All right, and welcome to another episode of the Jumping the Rail podcast here on the JTR Podcast Network. This is Mark Redman coming to you from the Noodles position in Champaign, Illinois, joined as always by my buddy Minderz. And Minderz, we are on week 3 of Squared Circle Expo Month as we speak. And I know we've got some updates, but I think we need to save all that for our guests because we got our buddy H2O back with us again for the third year in a row, Heather Owens.
You're welcome. If I had to see it, you had to see it.
Oh, no.
If I had to
Okay,
see it,
who's the one on top?
That's Logan.
Oh,
That's Logan Paul.
Oh, Jacob. I hope somebody tweeted this to Jacob so he can see just what he was doing there. Might get a heat with Paul. Maybe we'll beat up Paul if he sees that.
Good. It wouldn't bother me none.
Yeah, I'm not putting that in the on the video though.
Oh, you're no fun.
If you want it on there, you can do it. You have access.
No, without a mouse. Yeah, that's real fun to try to do all that. Do you remember how that looks? Because my hands are all up here like this in front of the camera.
Looks like the screen is in Braille.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my goodness.
All right, let's do this.
All right, fine. I'll put it. Okay, so we're going to talk about the expo, do all of our updates. We're going to talk about Stand and Deliver, Sean, because I know he's going to ask who's going to win everything next week.
However,
19th. Today's the 15th, so it's on Saturday.
Right. It's on Saturday.
I always forget some of those specials they actually do on the Tuesday, so I had to think for a second.
No, that one's actually it's during the day on Saturday. It starts at noon our time, I believe.
Yes, and I will be at work.
I will not be.
Uh-huh.
I think I'm going to be going to a birthday party. I'm not sure.
On Saturday?
Uh-huh. I go in Bari to a birthday party. Then we'll be back at the house.
Is it for the Wildling?
Yes. Well,
the
Wildling
little Wildling?
Jr. Stink, yeah.
All right, since you shamed me, I'm going to put this picture up, but I'm not proud of it.
Dude, you have to. I mean, ew. See, now trust, if you're watching, this is why you shouldn't lick the belts. This is the main reason. You never know where they've been.
I've been waiting to use that for like a year. So, yeah, good luck on seeing that, everybody.
Yeah.
You can thank Minderz.
Guess that's my fault. That got sent my other wrestling chat that I have.
How many wrestling chats do you have?
3.
How many of them involve the same people?
None.
All right. Well, Minderz, let's get it down to let's check your brain. I think we need to.
Okay.
And yeah, I don't think you'll have an issue with this, but here we go. All right, it is time for Name That Wrestler. Minderz, you know how this works. I throw up a picture, you guess who it is. It's really not that hard. This is a black and white picture of a retired wrestler.
Retired, okay.
Retired. But I don't think you'll have any problem with figuring this out. I went easy on you today.
I appreciate it.
All right, are you ready?
I'm ready. That's a Steiner. Now, the bigger question, which Steiner? Dude, if you're really going to do... that's Thursday, Sean. Dude, if you're really going to do a Steiner picture, maybe it shouldn't have Michigan across the jacket.
Yeah, you don't think that says Michigan. It might say Ishiga.
Ishiga? Yeah, no. It says Michigan. I'm going to go Big Papa Pump. I'm guessing. There we go.
I told you it was an easy one.
That was an easy one. That jaw, you can't miss it. I mean, come on.
Yeah. That's true. You can't say Rick was the pudgier one because he wasn't. He was built like a friggin' fire hydrant.
He was.
Probably still is.
Probably. More
Uh-huh.
than likely.
Yeah.
Now, Sean, tonight we are doing stand and deliver predictions.
We are saving WrestleMania for our JTR Mania show Thursday.
That's not just Patreon, right? That's going to be live.
No, it's on YouTube.
Okay.
But
I thought so.
but no, we will be doing stand and deliver today though. So what do you say we get into some hoots and judies here, Minderz?
Let's do that.
All right. Hoot of the week. Would you like to go first?
Sure. I was lazy this week. I went for the ones that I picked last Wednesday. Well, I missed SmackDown, so that kind of hurt that area a little bit. But no, my good hoot of the week is actually going to be Corey Graves. He makes me want to watch NXT so much. I miss him so much being on commentary. And just listening to him on commentary at NXT is it's a nice, wonderful breath of fresh air.
I respect the heck out of Booker T, but I cannot listen to him on commentary.
He's so hard to listen to. Especially when Trick comes out. It's so annoying.
Yeah.
So annoying. But no, Corey actually, because Swipe Right, one of the tag teams from Evolve, the tag team from Evolve, fought Fraxium last week, and Corey's not a fan. He said talking to Swipe Right was like talking to an internet meme. So
I've heard them say that about Grayson Waller.
Yeah, I mean they kind of have the same vibe. I'm not gonna lie. The way Grayson was when he was in NXT, it's kind of the same vibe.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Nah.
Think Pretty Deadly from California.
Oof. So Pretty Dumb?
Yes. Yes.
All right. Well, Minderz, I'm going
Sean,
to...
it's Jumping the Rail. It's the same...
JTR Podcast Network YouTube.
Oh, yeah. JTR Podcast. I sent you the link before. It's the same channel.
Yeah. We'll have a link on our Facebook page Thursday.
Yeah, so just pay attention to my website or my Facebook. It'll be out there.
Yep. All right. So my hoot, Minderz, I'm going to SmackDown.
All right.
For long-term storytelling at its very best, because I'm giving it to one Randy Orton.
For paying the $100,000.
Yep.
I loved that. That was so good.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, it's just there's such good continuity there, and he's not a heel because he looked him right in the eye and said, "I'm going to do this again."
Yeah, exactly. He's like, "Well, the fine's only $50,000. Here, this is for next time."
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
See, now he's got to do it again and pay another $200,000 to get another one in the bank.
There you go. He's got to get one in the bank. Come on now.
Got to. But yeah, really good. I'm really curious what they're going to do with him on WrestleMania now that KO's out.
Yeah.
We'll get into that a little bit later on, but I know what I want, but I don't think it's going to happen.
I think I know what you want, but I think we pretty much agreed at what we think is going to happen.
Yeah. I think we'll have to wait and see what happens on Friday.
Well, that's true too.
Because if they announce it, it's going to have to be on Friday because they didn't say anything yesterday.
And then later Friday, we have Hall of Fame.
Yeah. And then Saturday, I think they have the Slammies at one point. They got like 9 hours each day.
They're on more than that, honestly. Especially when you figure they're probably going to go Saturday. It's going to be damn near 11 hours. Because you got Stand and Deliver at noon. Hey, you know what though? This is WrestleMania.
That's true. I can't talk shit.
I'm not even going to go there. And two, if you don't watch all the dumb pre-show stuff, which a lot of it's
I pretty much just watch the main show. I'll maybe watch like an hour or so of the pre-show.
I don't usually watch the pre-show just because I already know what's going on. I don't need a recap.
I'll have it on as like background noise, and I'll put it on just to make sure I don't miss the start of the main show.
Right.
But other than that, yeah, it's not a big deal. All right, well, let's move on, Minderz. We got to talk Judy's, and I think your Judy is a first this time.
It is. It's a Judy that I don't think either one of us have ever had.
No,
But that's also because we've only known about her for a month and a half, maybe. My Judy of the week is going to be from LFG. I went to the Legends and Future Greats. It's going to be the one Bailey Humphreys, because she's doing a move right now called the Mercy. What I call it, the
Mercy
Mercy
Killing or something like that. Mercy Kill.
Mercy Kill, the Mercy Kill. And I'll tell you what, if you get a chance, I've seen there's been TikToks and things like that of it. Go look it up.
If you're a
'Cause
fan
it's-
of the Iron Demon Shane Mercer, you
Yep.
will enjoy it.
And she actually got approval from him. So, which is pretty cool. But man, she pulled that off the other day. She actually did it on a Xena. Man, it looked good. It looked real good.
Nice. All right. Well, yeah, I think that's the first time we've ever had an LFG talent make Hoots and Judy's. So, it's
Like I said, a little bit later when I talk LFG, I'm switching around some things. There were some people that I was really liking, and that's kind of gone to the wayside a little bit. So
yeah. Well, my Judy, I went to NXT.
okay,
And,
you got lots of choices there.
I did, but the picture I'm going to put up has two girls on it. I just picked one, but I couldn't find a decent shot of just the one from the actual show.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going with Sol Ruka for my Judy, because she had a hell of a match on last week with was it Jasmine Nix? Is that her name?
Yeah. Yep.
And I love her finish.
It's so fun.
It is fun.
The flip in the corner and with like the cutter or whatever.
Uh-huh. Everybody does a cutter these days.
Mm-hmm.
But no, I think she should be very entertaining in a ladder match.
Yeah. I hope her and Zarya don't. I want them to keep them together for a little bit, so I hope they don't get in too much quarrel.
Just a cuffs. Yeah, I think we're supposed to get the last two entrants tonight, right? On NXT.
I believe so.
Okay. Because I think they've announced 4 so far, but we'll get into that later on. Oh, let's talk Stooge Minderz as we go to Mount Stooge more.
I have no idea who you picked for Stooge more this week.
I will give you one hint. One of the faces on Mount Stoogemore has made co-Stooge this week.
Co-Stooge?
Co-Stooge. And co-Stooge because I don't know all the information. Oh, it's called the Soul Snatchers, the name of the finish. Okay.
There you go. Yeah, that's it.
But I'm giving co-Stooge of the week to the Khan brothers, Nick and Tony.
Okay.
Because I don't know who is responsible for Sting not inducting Lex Luger into the Hall of Fame Friday.
Yeah.
It's a bunch of crap.
Yeah. The only other one I could have thought of that would have been
Stooge-worthy?
No, that wasn't gonna work. That wasn't gonna work. Never mind. So who is inducting him?
Paige. DDP.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Because Luger wanted both of them. But either Tony didn't allow Sting to do it because he's under contract still to AEW, or WWE never asked.
And it could be both.
And I don't know which one it was. It could be both. But I see people say, "Oh, Tony doesn't have to let Sting do it because Sting is under the contract and all this stuff." But
well, you're right. He doesn't have to let him do it. He doesn't have to.
But I have a precedent here. Rob Van Dam worked Dynamite multiple times, and he's under a Legends deal to WWE.
Yep.
Just saying. Remember when TNA let Ric Flair do the Hall of Fame, and then WWE sent Christian to do Slammiversary?
Yep. I know.
Mm-hmm.
I know. And, the Mark and Tony should have, but the Mark and Tony should have wanted that to happen, in all honesty.
Tony should have let it happen because this is going to make him look good
if
he allows it to happen. And then I'm seeing all the mouth breathers online say, "Oh, well, Triple H called him a pissant company, so he's getting payback." It's like, number one, they had never run a show before. Number two, nowadays he's right.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
If Triple H didn't call this 5 years ago.
A lot of people didn't
Mariah
call it.
maybe go to WWE. I need a source there. I haven't heard that, but
I hadn't heard that even either.
I mean, she would benefit from it.
Here we go.
AJ, good hoot for AJ Paul Heyman. Please send him thoughts and prayers in this trying time. Good Judy is Bailey. Her match with Liv. Love to finish.
It was good. It was good last night.
I like Lyra and Bailey as a team.
Yeah, I know you do.
Bailey gets a little bit of that charisma over to give Lyra a bit of the rub.
Yeah.
But
hey, Reb.
Yeah, yep. Hang on.
You gotta find your belt.
There we go.
There it is.
Oh, I didn't have it on a loop. There we go. All right, Minderz, you want to do the honors?
Joining us right now is one of the, let's say, runners of Squared Circle Expo, H2O herself, Heather Owens.
Hello, guys. And yes, I'm a runner. I'm a stander. I'm a doer of everything.
Well, that was kind of my thought. I'm like,
I can say, she's always running.
She's always running because you can't keep up with her.
I know until you find me like Friday or Saturday night with a beer in my hand. I'm like,
yep.
Oh.
Yeah, pretty much Saturday at the after party. That's when we catch up to you.
The after party. That's when we always get our picture. Oh, okay, man, how are you holding up? How are you holding up?
So actually, before I joined you guys, I was in the living room and making all of the envelopes. So stuff in the envelopes, badges, putting lanyards on all them damn Oh, there are that is such a tedious job. Just click, click, click. I'm the one that is putting all of the lanyards on those badges.
It makes me appreciate it more. We know that Heather had her hands on it.
Please. Me and the cats. Because Sophia has been grabbing the lanyards.
I was going to say, I'll bet they're very helpful.
They think they are.
Yeah. They think they are.
Well, I'll tell you, my wife she's gotten into crocheting, and our cat is not helpful. She's always jumping on the yarn and getting in the way.
I could imagine. Oh, yeah. We get packages, like Amazon stuff. I have to leave it in the living room for at least a day to 2 days so they can, enjoy it, and then I just have to get rid of them. They're like, Mom, what happened?
Where'd it go? Where'd our toy go? What are you doing? Yo.
There's a better than average chance that the cat might jump up on the desk at some point because she tends to do that. But
so as of right now, the door is closed. So we'll see. Because I got
Rep
4 of them.
I have no door.
Wishes he had a door. He wishes he had a door. All right, Rep. So I'm going to go ahead and announce, because we've been making weekly announcements ever since you guys have been announcing stuff. So I got to make our weekly announcement. So we have the new guest announcements for this week, which we're going to start off with Izzy Beat. Now, Heather, you might have to fill us in on who some of these are because we're not familiar with some of them. Okay, gotcha.
No. There's quite a few of them are wrestlers that the vendors are bringing in. Mm-hmm. So they might just be on the independents, and I'm really not hip to the independents right now, other than, people that I was on the independents that are still doing it. So yeah, I have no idea.
Understand. We're excited because this looks like we might get to meet some more independents, and on Wednesday nights we do our independent wrestling shootout. So
nice.
We're good to go. Trevor Outlaw has been announced. Hayden Backlund, and then the one that came up that I was super stoked about.
This one's another unknown.
It's Shane Douglas. The dude, he's the best one to go talk to, because he will talk to you for 20 minutes.
Oh yeah. And do you know that both me and Shane Douglas are inducted into the same Hall of Fame?
Oh?
Yeah.
Right.
So hold on. Oh,
she's got it.
Yes. It's the Battle on the Border that was in 2022. So yeah, we were both inducted in that year.
Very nice.
Yeah. But yeah, Shane is always, he's such a sweetheart.
Oh, he's a great guy. Yeah.
Well, actually, our buddy Bari might have upset him a little bit the last time he saw him. Maybe a little bit. Because when last time Bari saw him, Raven was there too.
Yeah.
And they were sitting next to each other, and we were meeting Raven, and Bari said, "Hey, it's the best ECW champion ever." Raven then turned and looked at Shane Douglas and said, "Hey, did you hear what he said?" And I
You're
thought,
like,
oh boy, here we go.
oh yeah. I don't
David-
know who, because I love DCW, you know.
Mhm.
But who would I see? There was just differenceness to them,
Yes.
you know.
I like that
Mhm.
word.
We're doing a podcast now about that too. We're crazy kids. We're doing an extreme effing review where we've gone back and we're watching all the TNN episodes of ECW and doing the pay-per-views as they come through.
Okay,
So we're doing watch-alongs with all of it. It's
nice.
quite interesting.
Minders, we usually have a guest on the pay-per-view episodes, so
We do.
if you're up on the pay-per-views, we have to bring you in for one of those before.
Yeah, definitely a possibility. You got to give me some time from this though.
Oh
Like,
yeah.
Oh, no,
no.
it'll be-
We
no,
won't.
no,
we
it'll be a
won't do
while.
that to you.
Yeah.
We won't do that to you. We know
No, we-
better. We know.
we
how
know
this
the routine.
works.
yeah. It's like the last 2 weeks, the nitty gritty, everything. So because Carrie and Adolfo, you know, the other two, and then there's me and Ed. We're the ones that SEX is our babies,
Uh-huh.
but they live in Washington.
Yep.
So everything that gets shipped, banners and
It's
merch,
all to your
and
house.
stanchions, anything, it comes to us, and we still live 2 hours away. So,
Oh jeez.
and we both have little cars, so we're trying to play Tetris to like shove into our cars. So
It's not Tetris, it's Jenga. You don't want to fall over, so it's got to be
Yes.
Jenga.
I am the master of Tetris. So good at it.
There
I'll
you
say,
go.
that might be a good weekend to rent a U-Haul. I was gonna throw that out there.
I know, but that's like,
It's more money.
I don't like having to spend extra money if I don't have to. So
I hear that.
I
We
make it work.
understand.
Yeah.
We have to say too, because we were going to run through the panels too. So we want your opinion on the panels as we go
Okay.
through, because we've got the time set up. I'll go through with what they are too and things like that.
Okay.
Because I know between Reb and I this year, we're doing 11 pro photo ops.
Holy shit. Dude, I know. Actually, I was talking to Ed about this. I was like, okay, I know I have to jump in on like the JR and the Lawler one. Like, I have to. But because we're so busy, you know, even like the girls at the front, like Brittany and Jade, I always tell them, I'm like, look at this ahead of time. We will make sure that if you want to go meet somebody, we'll make it happen. We just got to plan it
Right.
out. So,
Yep.
So
Yeah.
I had planned for one.
I had
This
planned
year.
for one.
was
We'd
it
each
Will
only
Ospreay?
planned. We had one each only planned for one professional photo op.
Mm.
He's
I
doing
mean-
5. I'm doing 6.
I mean, you
We are
started with
splitting
good intentions.
Yeah.
We did. We started with good intentions. And then actually there's still some that I wouldn't mind doing, but I was like, okay, I got to stop. I'm going to have to
Yeah.
just go to the tables.
Especially after
Right,
Black
yeah.
Label Pro announced their photo ops also.
Yeah.
With
So
four
I'm like,
people.
I'm just going to the tables. I'm just going to the tables after this. Because we're doing Curryman and Shark Boy. We're doing APA, Slick and Akeem, JR and Jerry.
Yeah.
Horseman.
And then you're doing the Horsemen,
doing
and
the Horsemen.
I'm doing Will Ospreay and Joe Hendry.
Yep, we're splitting that one.
We're splitting those. Yep.
Okay.
That's what we
not
decided to do. Since it's like one of us, we're like all starting to like, hey, 2 friends. We'll get the 2 friends in. That way we can just
Yeah.
split it.
It was funny because when I saw the Curry Man and Shark Boy, I was like, oh my god! Like we were like, are there going to be people that want? Like we thought it was hilarious. So
We did
it's
too.
good. No,
We did
there's
too.
others. That's awesome.
We did too. In
It
fact, that Reb always gives me a hard time because I hate that street market fish fight that they have with the Dudley Boys and Tina. I hate that
I
match.
made her watch that on the podcast.
He
Oh,
made yeah.
God.
So I'm
Oh.
actually going to bring a fish for them to sign,
Fake
like
fish.
a little fish. I'm gonna bring a fish for them to sign. So-
That. See, and that's what I love. It's like, you know, people get figures and pops and things like that signed, but if you could have that one. So the very first time I met Al Snow, I was like 14, and that's when he was doing the thing with Big Boss Man with Pepper, the Chihuahua. So, and that's also when Taco Bell had the little Chihuahua dolls. So I got one. Stop it. Oh
that's
my God.
that's my baby. That was my baby. We lost my baby 3 weeks ago.
Oh,
So
I'm so sorry.
that's okay. We now have her as our
That's your match rating.
That's my match rating now. So it's the side eye because she gives a great side eye.
Oh my gosh.
So 1 side eye, it was a great match. 5 side eyes, no.
Oh my gosh. But yeah, like I had it and I gave it to him and he just like, oh, and I got a picture of it on my head with Al Snow.
Nice.
It's just,
That's
but
great.
things like that is what they're going to remember as well.
I-
You know, you want to do something to stand out.
You know,
Yep.
Minderz, I wonder if I can get a hold of a moose head before the expo.
Oh my God.
You remember Pierre?
Oh my goodness. Oh my
I don't-
goodness.
I don't think I'd fit it in my car, number one. And
I
number
don't.
two,
Yeah, I don't think it would either.
and I don't think Stacy let me put it on the wall anywhere.
Probably not. Probably. I know your wife. Probably
a signed moose
God, I
head
hope
by Al
not.
Snow.
No, that goes in the garage.
I don't have
he
a
doesn't
garage.
have one. He's in an apartment.
Oh.
All right. So
I'll
who are
donate it
you
to Bari
most?
and AJ until I can have room.
There you go. Who are you most excited to see at the expo this year? 'Cause,
Oh
I
my
mean,
God.
everybody's like, we don't really get to. I'm like, yeah, but you get to move around and you get to see them, and
Yeah.
get
Well,
it.
and
Yeah.
usually depending on when they come in. So, you know, Thursday night or, you know, like from the airport and things like
Right.
that.
Oh, by the way, they're actually getting in on Thursday this year.
Oh,
Yeah.
cool.
Because
Reb and Stace
I
are going to
want
be
a
there
good
on
parking
Thursday.
spot.
He wants a good parking spot.
And we already know ahead, you know, you've been there before.
Mhm.
And it's like trying to tell people like there's no other like if you know that you're going to park illegally somewhere, that's on you. Like come on.
Well, see, and I'm the opposite. We get the hotel next door at Holiday Inn because we want to have that space where we can get away from the chaos for just a little bit.
And
So,
that works too.
and it's just as close. Sometimes I think it might be closer than some of the rooms that he gets, but just because he has to go all the way to the front, then all the way to the back. And
Oh yeah. That's why
So-
whenever we usually do it, we're like, can we, you know, buy an elevator at least or the stairs because up and down and the closer down we are. But yeah, usually we're way up there and we're like, all right, we get our steps in for sure.
Oh yeah, we all do. I'm sure we all do.
There was one year I actually got on the first floor, like walking
Oh.
distance, which was great. We got spoiled.
But the thing is though, with the first floor is it tends to be a little loud.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so if you're trying to go to sleep at 10 or 11, you're gonna
Yeah,
hear
right.
people
That ain't
running the
happening.
hallway and yeah.
That ain't happening. So anyway, who are you most excited to see? Let's get back to the question.
Okay. So I always forget who we're even because we've been announcing these people since what? I don't know, October or I don't.
Yeah,
It's-
probably.
Yeah. So the first person that we announced that I was super, super stoked for, because I've never met her, was Jacqueline.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like she's
that's
just
cool.
because Attitude Era, she was one of the boys. She was a
Mm-hmm.
bad broad. So I was like, I'm excited to meet Jackie. Dean Malenko, I met him when I was like 14 or 15 at a Pillman show. And
Reb, don't you even bring it up.
I
Don't
just
you
love
even bring it up.
him. Uh-oh.
Okay, so Reb's got a story. Go ahead, Reb. Tell the story.
So we were doing a watch along of
WrestleMania
Wait, no.
17.
no, we were doing Spot Show. We were doing Mad Bash's
we-
show,
Yeah, you're doing the other show.
and we were reviewing WrestleMania 17. And first, Minderz loves Dean Malenko. I mean,
I do.
it just goes away. But she had a little slip of the tongue and called him Dan Malenko on the podcast.
And they won't let me live it
So,
down.
Now it's a just canon now. It's Dan Malenko. Every chance
Dan
I get.
Malenko. He made a shirt even that says,
I
I
didn't
love
make the
Dan.
shirt. I
Malenko.
got the design for it, but I never got around to it.
Like, you're a
Because
butt.
I heart Dan
Now
Malenko.
since you're saying that, now that's going to be in my head. And I
Right?
swear to God, if
I still-
I happen to call him, no.
Blame me. Blame me. It's fine. It's fine.
Like, I
Blame
know
me.
what your name is. But yeah,
They
no,
keep,
like
they keep
he was-
daring me to
he
do
was
it when
one
I
of my
go meet him.
favorite wrestlers, like because he was like wrestler.
Yes.
Like
Right.
when
Yep.
like when I started wrestling, they were like your top 5, and he was always in my top 5. It was like Ric Flair, Chyna, him, Luna, and then usually I'd throw in like a Chris Benoit, which is can't really do that
Problematic
anymore.
these
but
days, but I get it.
But yeah,
Yeah.
so he was always, I could just watch him because he
Right.
would be in a whole, that's kind of like how like Nigel McGuinness, you know, and like Chad Coyer. So it's like when I
Yeah.
came up in like the HWA, OVW time, stop.
I got that
yeah.
last. I got it.
Yes.
Hey, Minders,
I love Nigel.
I think I've got a who's whooping who for next week.
Oh yeah.
Malenko and Saber Jr.
Oh jeez.
Ooh.
Ooh. Yeah, it's one of our segments.
That or Quackenbush.
But yeah, but yeah. Okay, so Dean Malenko.
Jackie, let's see. Obviously Will Ospreay, that's like a big deal.
That was a
Mhm.
big deal for you guys.
Yeah, like I don't think he's ever done a convention. I don't know, like
He hasn't been
something-
any of the ones I've been at. I've been to the last 3. He's been to the last 4.
I know Joe Hendry, that's a big one. But see, like me, like I don't really watch a lot of current wrestling. Like we watch AEW. It's
Why?
on. And you know, this is WrestleMania week. So
Right.
you know, well, but like last night we were watching some Raw, but then we got a little bored and started watching Black Mirror on.
There you go.
So if you've never seen Black Mirror on Netflix, it's a really good show. So
I think Reb and I both get more excited about the legends than we do the more recent people.
I definitely do.
Yeah,
because Reb wants to he's really hoping Greg Hammer doesn't back out this year because he's got your toe.
Okay.
Let go of my toe.
Let go of my
Trading
toe.
card.
Trading
Nice.
card. So he really wants him to sign it. And then his favorite is Tito Santana, one of his favorite wrestlers. So
yeah, because I know we had Tito a couple years ago.
Yes.
Yeah, and that was the first time I've ever met him, and he was just such a very sweet man. Like, you know, when you meet you're like, oh, he's like an old grandpa. Like, I get excited when I like meet those because they had a past, but now they're just,
they're enjoying it.
Hey, I'm like Jared Briscoe. I'm super, because I loved the Stooges. I loved him and Patterson. Like, that's when I was really getting into like the Attitude Era time. So yeah.
They announced him, and when JBL was, I was like, oh, we have to, because I absolutely love their podcast. So it's like we have to go meet them. So
one last thing about Tito, I think Tito was in that Steamboat category of like genuinely nice guys that you meet at these things.
Yeah, no, I totally agree with that. DiBiase too, kind of.
Yeah.
He surprised me. He was such a sweetheart. Like, let's see, Demolition. Was it Demolition?
Powers of Pain?
I don't know. I think it was Demolition. That was like.
Oh, Powers of Pain were there the year I was there.
Yeah. I don't know, but they're just old. They're just old men.
Now, see, I made good friends with D'Lo Brown last year, so that was a lot of fun.
I actually because when we were talking about the photo ops and stuff, I was like, man, I'm really upset that we don't have D'Lo and Mark Henry this year. They are so fun.
Reb, if I send it to you, can you put it up?
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. He knows exactly what I'm talking about as soon as I find it.
Well, Minderz, I think you got to wear your corny shirt up when you go to meet Shelton.
Oh, I will. Don't worry. I'm wearing corny pretty much all weekend, except for when we are hanging out with Jeremiah Plunkett.
Yeah.
See, another thing is I'm so excited. I haven't seen Plunky in like a decade. Like
we've had Plunky on the show.
Dude, we love Plunky. Well, because like we from like Crazy Steve and Plunky, and it's like that like Tennessee crew. So like the whole NWA like section, that's gonna be fun. Yeah. And it's like Big Mama. Like I could throw a rock and find her. Like there's so
I wondered how that was gonna work. I thought there was heat there.
With who?
With Big Mama? Is there no heat with Big Mama? Okay, maybe I misread something on something then. I thought you guys had heat.
Look,
are you trying to stir the pot again, Minderz?
Then it was probably like fake. Like,
okay,
I'm gonna fight you. I mean, I've battled her so many times. Same thing with like Amazing Maria. The biggest joke is Facebook will still occasionally tag Amazing Maria as Heather Owens and vice versa. It's Facebook has been doing this for a decade. So we have like a mirrored photo of us together. Like,
Nice.
so see, I'm excited to see people that I had been on shows with, or, it's like Thunder Rosa. Before she was doing all that, first time I met her was at a Pondo show.
Yeah.
Like,
Go Pondo.
Well, I'll say another, like, the other crew that we like the Cincy boys a lot. So like Jack Vaughn and
well, yeah,
Dalton McKenzie, Chris Oman, Jake Oman. Shut up, Reb. Lord Crew.
Yeah.
We like those guys. I love those guys so much.
Oh yeah.
Now if we could just get Aaron Williams. No, not Carson Drake. We don't like Carson Drake. But if we could get Aaron Williams in with that whole crew, then we'd have all the Cincy boys. And I like the Cincy boys, except for Carson.
Yeah.
Right. Minders, I got this picture ready to go. If you want to throw it up.
We were talking about D-Lo, and you said, Mark Henry and everything.
Yeah. Oh.
This is my picture from last year. One of these things is not like the other. I was Owen.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Actually, it was when we took that picture that D-Lo, like he noticed my shirt said lazy booking. It's the Jim Cornette lazy booking shirt. He's like, I'm a corny guy too. And I was like, okay. He actually took a picture of me and sent it to Corny.
Oh my gosh.
Which,
yeah,
I was fangirling out when he did that.
Seriously though, they were just having a good time. Well, because so Brittany, who works the front, is Al Snow's daughter. So we both had our Owen Hart t-shirts. Enough is enough, and it's clock for a change. So we got our photo op with them, and she grew up like she was, at the old WrestleManias behind the scenes. So they're like her like uncles and stuff. But so it was really cool to have her with them again.
Yeah.
So it was so much fun.
Reb, do we want to run through these panels real quick?
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay, let me get it.
I forget what's even out there.
Well, you're going to find out. You're going to find out with everybody else, because it took me a minute to find the times and everything was going to happen.
All right.
So 5 p.m. on Friday, we've got the Social Outcast with Heath and Joe Hennig. Join SCX fan favorite Heath and SCX first timer Joe Hennig as they team up once again to recount their time spent in WWE as the show's Social Outcast, as well as other stories from their roads across various promotions. Yes,
Joe is still in the Royal Rumble, as I understand it. I don't think he never got eliminated.
He never got eliminated.
He's going on 10 years in this.
It's like 10 years now.
So what are you talking about?
6
I don't even know what day. It's Tuesday, right? Like,
yeah, I think so. We're kind of feeling the same way, because since it's WrestleMania week, we've literally got. I think we have a podcast every day up until Friday.
Friday we're off.
And also, so since this is still like Lent, like during Lent, every year for like the last 5 years, I give up pop, alcohol, and sweets, as in cupcakes, cake, candy bars, all the good stuff.
You're stoked for next weekend.
Dude, I'm so ready. Like, I already have a plan for this Saturday. All I'm going to have is baklava and wine.
There you go. There you go.
So ready. So my brain is all just like,
Well,
I've never had baklava before.
Oh, it's really good. It's really good.
if you get the authentic kind. Like,
well, that's true.
The gooier, the better. Oh.
Now, see, I'm gonna promote one of your vendors that you guys got coming.
Yes, do it,
because Top Rope Baking is gonna be there. And
last year was the first year we had them, and
they're
so sweet, and they're the variety, and it's so cute. Like the cookies, I'm like, that is so good. Like it looks like
she does a great job. Well, and she's around here, so we actually get them more than just once a year.
Nice.
So
yeah, because I know she goes to like vendor markets and like other shows. So
well, she does the Iron Spirit, which is about an hour from us.
Oh, okay.
She does Pro Wrestling Glory, which is about an hour from us. And then sometimes she goes to Hybrid and 01. So we're like, gotcha.
yeah.
We got
Oh,
you,
yeah.
girl.
Oh, I'm ready. Yes. Last year I got quite a few, and yeah. So hopefully they brought more, because I know she was like, dude, we like sold out on like Friday or whatever. I said, welcome.
I think she said she's starting Friday maybe to start making them, to get them all set and ready to go so she can start getting them all done. So that's kind of our meeting point whenever we go, just because we know them.
Yeah.
So it's like, that's kind of where, okay, if we can't find each other, go there.
Right.
And then we'll all meet back up again.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, I'm excited for that as well. So
6 p.m. on Friday, a conversation with Mike O'Malley. Actor, writer, and producer Mike O'Malley sits down for a conversation with our SCX moderator to talk about his career in the television business, from children's game show host to helping bring the hit pro wrestling drama Heels to the masses. I remember this guy from Guts.
Yes.
From Nickelodeon Guts.
Yeah. And that's the thing. Our generation, you know, the older generation, were like, yeah, that is the same dude. Like, kind of looks a little different, but
little bit. Yeah, I was like, who is? Holy crap, that's who that is.
Exactly. You had to put it 2 to 2 together.
Yeah. 7 p.m. AEW, the future. AEW superstars Swerve Strickland, Orange Cassidy, and Anna Jay sit down with our panel moderator to discuss AEW's meteoric. I can't even talk today.
Meteoric.
Thank you. Rise in the pro wrestling.
I didn't do that. That's an awful word. Like,
I'm gonna blame. I'm gonna blame him. Okay. We had him last week.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. He was also busy.
He was. Yeah, he's busy too. 8 p.m. Cometh the Horseman. I know Reb's looking forward to this one. Members of one of pro wrestling's most legendary stables, J.J. Dillon, Arn Anderson, Tully Blanchard, and Barry Windham, take the stage for a very special Q&A you will only see at SCX.
Yeah.
Then we're going to, I'll go ahead and announce 9:30 to 11, the Chainsaw Girls present They Live.
Yeah, that's going to be really cool.
But we will be at the Black Label Pro show.
Right. Well, and the thing is too, like, because there are a lot of people that just don't go to the Black Label, show. Right. So it's like, we need something. And it seemed like this was like a big thing that a lot of people wanted to go to. So, I mean, it sucks it overlays, but at least there's something available. And you're not just like, well, I'm going to go hang out in my room or whatever. So
is that going to be in the panel room, or is that going to be in the room like where you guys do the karaoke and all that?
That is the panel room.
That is the panel room.
Yes. As the big room, like where Will Call and tickets and everything are, that big ass room right across, that's kind of at the big party hall. So yeah, that's where 3 Count Karaoke, I'm assuming, is going to be taking place. Yep.
So, because you can't miss that, because where else are you going to see legends and independent wrestlers singing karaoke? Because it's so fun.
And then they'll just start randomly pulling people on stage. Like, I've seen the Headbangers perform so many things. Victoria, like, not even on stage. Just
Victoria. Victoria dancing with everybody. That was so fun.
I'm just sorry.
I know, I was very upset. No Victoria this year.
Yeah. I know. Well, that was what I said. I'm not going to get my picture.
We had her, but then it was something she just couldn't. But yeah, we love her, and I know she loves us. It just didn't work out this year.
Yeah.
The first year I went, they had I didn't go to the karaoke. I went the next morning, and when I met Gallows and Anderson, and they were both still hungover.
They've been reading some novels that night. That's what they've been doing. They've been reading a few novels that night.
But Gallows seems like a karaoke guy.
Yeah, I think that's
music or something.
There was like 6 or 7 of them up there. Like, it was them two, and I don't know, Myers and Heath, and I don't know. They were singing Bob Seger or something. I don't.
You gotta love it though. It's just, or everybody's starting to dance whenever they start playing just the dancing music, and
it is.
Yeah, it's just
good. It's a good vibe.
It is. It's a great vibe. So let's move on to Saturday. 1 p.m. is when panels start. First one is NWA. The tradition continues with over 75 years of rich history. NWA holds the distinction of being the longest running pro wrestling company today. We're honored to be joined by as many of the organization's current champions for a very special Q&A panel. Now, they don't have anybody they didn't announce who it's going
Right.
to be. So
I
I'm
mean, but we
assuming
have, because we have, God,
it's like there's
so
what,
many
30 of them?
the NWA, like there's a lot. Like,
know there's
'cause we have all the current champions, I believe.
I think so.
So, yeah, it's
I think everybody but Max.
probably because
I
Max. I don't
see
think Maxie Impaler's not going to be there.
no.
I miss them. I really miss them.
Yeah.
2 p.m.
My goal is, by the way, Minderz, to get a picture with Latimer with the belt.
I assumed it probably was going to be. 2 p.m. Stories with Briscoe and Bradshaw. I don't want to miss this. I don't want to miss this.
That one I feel like is going to be really packed. So get there.
Probably.
Get there early.
Well, I'm trying to figure it out because with all the pro photo ops that we're doing, I know Friday evening.
Yeah.
We've got a lot of them that are like 6:30, 6:45, 7 o'clock. Like
okay.
15
that's good.
minutes. So
yeah,
it's
so you
like
get the photo, get it, and then go back in line.
Either that or we like my thing is you get to meet them while you're right there. As long as I get the picture, I don't always have to have the autograph.
Yeah.
So I'm like, you know what? This is gonna bypass that autograph line.
I'm more of a photo in the moment type of person. I mean, I have autographs, around, but
well, it's like the first year I went, I met Max. So excited. And then last year we did Nation of Domination. And then this is the first year that I'm like, you know what? There's some of these people like Osprey. I know that line's going to be ridiculous.
And when are you going to get another chance to do that one?
And yeah, when are you going to get another chance to do that one?
Yeah.
So it's like, nope, sign me up for that one. And
yeah, and that was one that was just kind of, it was one of the later announced ones too. Kind of just happened to cross our table, and when we get opportunities like that, what are we going to do? We're like, we'll make this work. So
we haven't addressed the elephant in the room, which is Bret Hart's going to be there.
Yeah, Bret Hart is going to be there. So we haven't talked about him yet.
Bret will be there.
He will be there. 3 p.m. we got Hurt Syndicate Unleashed. I kind of really want to make it to this one. Because first of all, Shelton has to see my corny shirt. That's just all there is to it. He has to see my corny shirt. And yeah, I really want to go to that one. 4 p.m. we got Mick Foley. We love Mick every year.
You can listen to Mick for, read the damn phone book. Do they still make phone books?
I don't know if they do anymore or not, honestly.
I don't know. I know I don't have one in the house.
They still make phone books?
He's checking with the wife.
She says probably. She doesn't know for sure.
Probably. But remember, they would just kind of drop it in on your front porch and just have a good day. Yeah. And there was the white pages and the pink pages and the yellow pages.
I was saying the yellow pages too. Yep. 5:15 to 6 p.m. Reb, this is one of your favorites. It's the costume and promo cutting contest.
I tried it 1 year. I didn't do well. I was the Shockmaster.
Oh. He has the glitter helmet and the whole 9 yards. We had glitter on our clothes.
I've had to retire that thing because I wear more glitter than is on the actual helmet when I put that thing out.
And then, of course, if you have VIP passes, you gotta do the pregame party at 6:30, and then 8 p.m. Circle City Rumble. I'm so excited.
Yes, it's.
And then the after party that we all go to anyway. So
But yeah, no, the wrestling show, it's stacked, and every time it's just like, oh my God, how many wrestlers do we have on the show?
How many are actually going to be in the Rumble? Is it going to be 30 or?
I believe, because I'm not the one. So Ed is the one, that's his baby. So he's the one that gets to play with all of that.
All the toys.
But, so I believe. So
do you have to make an appearance in the ring? Do you have to make an appearance in the ring this year?
I don't. So actually, after last year, like I do enjoy the moments in the ring, but having to do so much other stuff and then having to go and then get mentally prepared to wrestle, like it was a lot. So I'm just like, you know what? I'm going to take this year off. No wrestling. I get to watch the show, enjoy it, have a drink. So
or 3 or 5 or
You know,
however many we're
I
feeling.
know. I got to play catch up. I've gone how many weeks without them?
Exactly.
Have a
I know
Reese
when-
egg and one like a beer and a Reese egg.
There you go. I know when we all go to that, we always try to line up to where we're going to hit that corner that has like just 6 seats. So in that way, it's just our crew that's in the row. So we try to do that. We've succeeded for 2 years now. We shall see if we succeed for another.
Going with positive hope and energy.
Yes.
Positive, yes. Reb, your turn. I've went through everything I've got.
Shoot, now you make me think.
Huh? Made you think.
I hate having to think. It's one of my least favorite things to do.
We know everything starts, so you can start picking up badges at 3, correct, on Friday?
That sounds about right.
Sounds about right? Okay.
Well, you know what? Because I have so many printed papers but whatever is on Facebook and the website, I promise that's correct. And we will make sure day of we will be good.
Because I know we have to check in at our hotel at 3. So we'll check in and then head over. So
yeah.
But
yeah.
Now Saturday passes are they sold out now, or are they just really close?
I think they're really close. So you can still get them at the door, but it's like
there's only gonna be like 150 of them.
Yeah, and they're more expensive. It's like $5 more, whatever, at the door. So
may as well get them early.
Yeah,
because I know we've been talking to. There's people still running shows this weekend. I was like, what are y'all? Or they're running this weekend and then they're running next week. I'm like, what are y'all doing? What are you doing?
Right. Like I get like this week, it's WrestleMania week.
Yeah.
All the wrestling shows. So hopefully after WrestleMania, people will have a little time to like, and then get ready for us. So just a little breather.
Well, I mean, because we're so used to it being on Easter that like it's actually throwing us off this year.
Yeah. Yeah, us too. Believe me, we wanted it on Easter. That was not our doing. You can blame. You could blame Triple H.
Yes.
We will. Don't worry. We will. Because I remember all of us. We were on our way back, and you guys had announced it already. And then I think like 2 weeks later, they were like, "WrestleMania's go." We're like, "No, we can't be."
Yeah. What the hell just happened? What did you do?
Side projects. They're lots of fun. We have a bunch of.
Oh my gosh.
I usually say that for Tony Khan, but in that case, I use it for Nick Khan.
For Nick Khan, he just yells, "Khan!" We have screaming goats too. Those are fun.
I did go yoga. That was fun.
There's a screaming goat.
I have a lot of free time to put all this stuff on.
Oh my gosh.
But Heather, you know what? We've kept you now almost 45 minutes. We're going to get you out of here. We know you got lots to do. Get back to those lanterns.
Oh my God. I know. I'm sure they're just all over the living room right now, just scattered. And Ed's going to be like, the cats, I don't know. I don't know what happened.
I'm sure the cats will be laying across a good number of them.
Yeah. Oh no, the papers. They like to get in the boxes, the empty ones with the envelopes, and it will be fine though. It's fine.
Just 2 more weeks.
Just wait and see if one of the cats sneaks into one of the boxes and makes it to the expo.
So we were also talking about this. If any cat was to ever come, it would be Jigsaw. Jigsaw is the one that like, hey, like I like you, and then walks away and like, touch me, like, huh. Squanchy would run out the door and get hit by a car. We'd never see Squanchy again. Sophia would just like fight and run away. And then Gizmo would just like yell, like, I don't know. So yeah, Jigsaw would be the one. Jigsaw would be the one to, but she would go home with somebody. She'd jump in their bag. What happened to the cat? I don't know.
I'm bringing my book bag. I have to bring my book bag again this year. So bringing my book bag to throw on my back to make, and then everybody that comes with us is always like, hey, can we put this in? Yeah, y'all are going to help carry it too. That's how this is going to work.
Just say, every piece that goes in here, you owe me $1. Even a quarter. That shit adds up.
Yeah.
Right?
So that's why I get the room. I can just go.
Lots of times, even with us, we don't want to walk all the way back, so then we'll go to their room, unload, and then go back and go do more, and then carry it all later.
I've done the same thing. Be like, oh, okay, but at least we have like the staff room, so it's like by the end of it all, we're like, okay, what of mine is in the staff room, is in the volunteer room? We got to start rounding shit up.
Yeah, like I said, we've made friends with like Jacob, and him and I we've had him on the show quite a few times. We talk to him a lot. So it's like, I'm pretty sure if I said, Jake, I just need to stash this, I'll come get it here in a minute. He'd be like, yeah, sure, that's fine. Don't worry about it. Yeah.
May use Toby.
Oh yeah, we could use Toby this year. Yeah, the
Hope Promotions
that are bringing in Joel Gertner and the Blue Meanie.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So,
yeah, because that was the first time that I think we've ever had them.
Yeah.
AJ wants to know, what does your shirt say? Because he's been trying to read it the whole interview.
It's Jinx. It's Jinx Monsoon.
We love Jinx. Right? We love Jinx. We love Jinx. Red has no clue. No AJ idea. And I know who Jinx Monsoon is.
Like super drag world, trans, LGBTQ plus.
We are down. But yeah, so Heather, thank you so much for joining us.
And of course, I love it.
And it's your third year. This is your third year.
Third?
Being on the show.
Shit, it's right. I was like, wait a minute. This is year 5. What are you talking about?
Yeah, but we didn't start doing this till you're good. You're good.
Right. Honestly, you guys are the only podcast that I've done this year.
Wow. We did this, if you haven't noticed, this month.
Special.
You are special. This month though has been our we're doing the whole month is Squared Circle Expo Month.
Nice. Okay, cool.
We have poked it because we had Jack Vaughn kicked it off, and then we had Adolfo last week. We have you this week. Then we have Jake next week, and then we have Jeremiah Plunkett the week after.
Yay!
So
that's so fun.
But see,
who do I need to talk shit about? Okay, so I already put Plunky over. Adolfo, without Adolfo, we'd all like just
go crazy.
Let's see, yes. Let's see. Both Jake Oman and Jack Vaughn were groomsmen in my wedding. So there you go.
There you go. We got the good crew. So but yeah, so we're excited. We'll find you as soon as we get there. We usually try to at least see if we spot you at the front anyway.
I'll be in the front at least in the beginning, and then I'll make my rounds, and then karaoke time will definitely we'll cheers, have a drink.
All right, and the after party on Saturday too.
Yeah, duh.
That's the best part. Actually, I don't know if it's the after party or sitting in the hallway, because we do both.
It's just the circle of chaos. It's something to experience for sure.
Yeah. It really is. And but it's so fun. It's so fun every year. All right, Heather, thank you so much. We will be talking to you in about 10 days.
Yeah. Oh my God. Yes. All right. See you guys later.
See ya. Bye.
See ya.
Reb, I love having her on every year.
Oh, she's awesome.
I love it. She's so fun.
And I also want to make a point. Her and also Adolfo, they're running nonstop this month. So the fact that they took maybe an hour just to talk with us means a lot to both of us.
It does. It means a lot to both of us. We feel included.
Yes. We feel seen.
We feel seen.
Well, Minderz, let's say we pay some bills, then we got some other stuff to talk about here.
Come back with LFG?
Sure.
Okay.
All right, here we go. So you just saw what I sent you.
Yeah, I did. Jerk.
I don't know why I didn't think of that before. But how cool would
don't
it be to get a
either.
moose head signed by Al Snow?
Right? You goof.
I-
All right.
I am
So
what I am. All right. So you watched LFG
I
Sunday.
did. Oh,
And
I
I'm
watched
assuming
it
you have
today,
notes.
but don't I always? I have to, or I forget, and it's not good.
That's true.
So LFG's kicks off, and of course Bubba's standing out in the parking lot because it's tag team week, kids. Yeah. It's tag team week. So of course Bubba comes out, he's waiting and he's calling, and of course we all know who he's calling, and Devon gets there and he goes, "Did you bring it? Did you bring him? Did you pick him up?" Devon looks and he goes, "What?" And he's like, "The table." I was like, "Oh, did you guys seriously just go there? You guys just went there, didn't you? All right, you went there." So anyway, Devon actually is the person that's picking winners this week.
Oh,
So that kind of got a little heat because Booker was
little nepo business.
he was afraid that Devon wasn't going to be impartial.
Well, Booker
put it
should have
that
brought
way.
Stevie Ray.
Huh? Exactly. There you go.
Booker should have brought Stevie Ray.
There you go. So it starts off. They basically just took the two guys because each of the teams have 2 guys and 2 girls. So
Right.
they just basically, you had 4 matches, and that took care of everybody.
Mhm.
Originally it was supposed to be Cutler and Drake, and then guess who comes hopping in on his little high horse that I can't stand? BJ showed up, and he has a release from the doctor and hands it to Bubba and says, "Hey coach, guess what? I'm back."
Yay.
That was kind of my thought. That was everybody's thought. Bubba sees him come back. Cutler is supposed to team with Drake because Drake is, well, now that BJ's back. And Cutler and BJ already were starting their tiff because they already have heat because from Duke Wrestling days. So Bubba thought it would be ingenious to take Drake out. He asked Drake to sit. He told him, "I'll make it up to you," and put Cutler and BJ as a tag team.
Did Bubba have a spoon in his hand?
No, but he probably should have. He really probably should have. And then Cutler made the comment. He says, I don't want to work with him. Like, he told Bubba right then and there he did not want to work with him. And Bubba got in Cutler's face and was like,
Teachable
"Look,"
moment.
that's what it was. He said, he's like, "You know what? There's people that aren't on my Christmas card list that I still had to step up and be a professional with." I was like, all right. So Cutler caught some heat from Bubba for not wanting to work with BJ. So it ended up being Cutler and BJ versus Chris Island and Troy Yearwood, which those 2 are on Mickey's team. Cutler was supposed to start the match. And he got too close to BJ. BJ tagged himself in. And then it became the BJ show. And nobody knew what was going on because they hadn't worked any of this out. Like, Bubba and Mickey were both looking at each other going, "Did you call this?" And they're like, "No, did you call this?" And like, Mickey and Bubba's.
So BJ went into business for himself.
He did. He went into business for himself from the get-go. As soon as that tag happened, that match went to shit. And then, like, it even started trouble between Chris Island and Troy Yearwood because Troy didn't know what was going on. He thought Chris knew what was going on. And then they lost the match. BJ rolled up Chris. Well, that wasn't what the finish was supposed to be at all. So then Mickey and Bubba and BJ are all outside. And I really thought I thought Mickey was going to hit him, and I thought Bubba was going to hit him.
I might be more afraid of Mickey than Bubba.
Exactly. So that's how that one went. So needless to say, Bubba's not getting a point there, and neither is Mickey because of BJ. Then we had Booker with Lee and P Nasty. Now, I know when we started this, I put P Nasty over to the moon because I just thought she was great, right?
Yes.
She's slowly fading. Like, she's slowly fading into the background. Like, she's just kind of there right now. Like, she doesn't have much of a presence, and she doesn't be doing. It's very sloppy, and she tries to do things too fast. She needs to slow down.
It's like what you say to some of the young kids we see, just they need to slow down.
Slow down, take it in. You know,
Let it breathe.
let people acknowledge what you just did. Liam, P Nasty went against Serena and Danny from Mickey's team. Danny, she is back. She is cleared to wrestle, so she can wrestle again, obviously. Serena's so green still, and she's trying so hard, but it was not a pretty match. It was not pretty at all. I don't even remember who won on that one. I forgot to write it down.
The fans?
No, the fans did not win. They did not. Then we had Jasper Troy and Anthony Luke versus Elijah Holyfield and Shiloh Hill. Elijah and Shiloh work really well together.
Cool.
I think Jasper and Anthony, they're both starting to get chips on their shoulder. And I think it's going to cause a problem. I could be wrong, but you never know.
Yeah.
Actually, well, hold on. I'll get to that in a minute. Then we had Bailey and Tyra May, and Nina and Tatiana. Apparently now there's heat between Tatiana and Tyra because I guess Tyra didn't take as good care of Tatiana as she should have.
Mm-hmm.
But this is where Bailey did her finish, the mercy kill to Nina. And I'll tell you what, Nina's growing on me, and so is Bailey. So both of those two are really starting to grow on me. Tatiana, I don't even really know what to say. Like, she's kind of a warm body, honestly. And I feel bad saying that because she is talented, but I just don't think we've seen everything she could do.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
It does.
And Tyra May, I wonder if the fact that she won, where she got to pick who her coach was, I think it went to her head. Because she really hasn't done a whole lot since. It's kind of, I don't know. But anyway, Nina and Tatiana got the point for Bubba this week. And then Elijah and Shiloh got the point for Taker this week. So now we are at Taker at 6, Book at 5, Mickey at 3, and Bubba at 2.
So Bubba's making a comeback.
He's making a comeback. And they are we're on the downward climbs, or going down, because they made the halfway mark last week. So
they're on
we're
the
getting
downswing.
there. Next week, the only thing they really kind of showed is that since Bubba has one too many people on his team, there's gonna be a fight for your spot again between BJ and Cutler.
Okay. Here's my question: do they? Now, this is going to sound very marky, but do they know who's going to win these matches, or is it just
they're figured just like a regular wrestling match?
Okay, so
it doesn't matter who wins or loses the matches; it's how you perform in the ring.
Okay, so because the reason I ask is they said loser leaves the team, so it's not who loses the match; it's who loses the point.
Right. Exactly.
Okay, so it's not like they're going to make them shoot in the middle of the ring and.
No.
Okay.
Well, I don't know. They could. It's Cutler and BJ. And BJ did a whole tag team match by himself because, he knows exactly what he's doing. Yeah.
You should go work for Tony.
Yeah, go work for Tony.
Yeah. Ugh. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, anyway.
So there you go. There's LFG for the week.
Okay. Well, Minderz, it's 10 after 7. What do you say we hammer out some predictions for Stand and Deliver now?
We still got till Saturday.
Yeah, but I'm saying we should
You're
do it.
watching it, aren't you?
I'm not. I don't have it on, I promise.
Mm-hmm.
I don't. Would you like Stacy to peep her head around and confirm?
No, it's fine. I ain't gonna make her do that. I'm saying she has a cat on her lap. I just heard her.
No, she has a work in progress, which I believe means it's her blanket. That she's
Gotcha.
crocheting.
Gotcha.
All right. Well, okay, let's come back to Stand and Deliver. We'll do that here in a bit. But I do have something else I want to bring up, Minderz. Tony has a new belt.
Shocker.
There's a whole new women's belt in Ring of Honor now coming.
Shocker.
Which I think he has more women's titles than women's wrestlers in Ring of Honor at this point.
Probably.
So, yeah, he introduced the Women's Pure Wrestling Championship.
You know what, though? I don't hate that. I don't hate it. And I'll tell you why.
There's two people.
Serena.
Serena
Put it on
or Deanna.
Yep. And when those two go to war for it, it's going to be great.
That's true. But, I mean, they don't even have TV, and they have a women's TV champion. They don't have TV. They have a men's TV champion. They could just clear those out.
How many belts do they even have on ROH? I don't even know.
See, world title, women's title, men's TV, women's TV,
tag team
trios, or six-man tag is what they call it. Now they got this women's pure championship.
Are there that many people on ROH?
It's basically the undercard of AEW.
So basically the entire roster.
And then damn Jay Lethal gets stuck in a proving ground match and loses to Bandito, so he's not getting a title shot. When he shouldn't have to do a proving ground match because he's arguably the best Ring of Honor world champion they ever had.
Yeah. Yeah.
What Bandito's mom said something and got pulled some strings because apparently she's got some juice in that company.
Apparently. God, I'm scared to watch Dynamite tomorrow night.
Apparently, I didn't watch Dynamite last week. I heard the FTR had a promo in the ring with Shivani, but I guess they went into why they turned on Edge and all that.
I don't know. I watched part of it. And I think I got to a certain point. I was like, I can't do this anymore.
So are they basically just building to FTR against Edge and Christian?
God, I hope not. I hope not, but I think that's what's going to happen.
Well, Tony and his dream matches.
I know. Well, you know what? It would be fine if it was a who's whooping who, because then you could have Edge and Christian in their prime.
Right. But watch,
they're not in their prime.
Tony's going to book in a ladder match,
Yeah. God. FMB, FBM, FBM. I'm having a hell of a night tonight.
You are.
I'll tell you what.
You're wrestling with words like Dan Malenko wrestles with opponents.
Shut up. I hate you right now.
All right. So anyway, yeah. So, yay. So like we said, we're going to get into WrestleMania Thursday, but we talked a little bit about Randy Orton during the Hoots and Judies because he's still in limbo and they haven't announced his match yet. So I feel like we can discuss him a little bit because we don't know what's going on with him yet.
We don't know.
We don't know. Finger quotes. Don't know.
Don't know. We know what we hear. We'll put it.
We know what we hear. You know what I want.
Yeah.
You want to go ahead and tell everybody what it is?
Nope. You get to.
I wish we were going to get Orton and Nick Aldis one-on-one.
You know that's not happening.
I know it's not happening because
I want it to happen too, but we know it's not happening.
They can't make Aldis come out and return to the ring on a week's notice.
We don't want a Christopher Daniels redo. Sorry.
Aldis is probably a better wrestler than Daniels at this point. But
I'm not saying he isn't. I'm just saying.
No, I hear you. Hey, Minderz, why don't you tell everybody what we've heard is going to happen?
Alistair's coming back. And it's going to be Alistair and Randy.
Yep. And I will be glad to see it because Triple H books Alistair way better than Tony did.
Oh, hell yeah. Hell yeah. Triple H booked Alistair better on NXT than Tony did.
That's what I'm saying. Because Vince booked Alistair on the main roster, and it didn't go as well.
No.
Except for the matches with Buddy Murphy.
Oh, those are so good.
Very good. That's why I was pissed
When
when
did we get-
Buddy came
when
to AEW and they put him in a group with Malachi, because I wanted them to have a feud.
Yeah. So when do we get Buddy back to
I'm not
WWE?
sure.
I
I'm
want
not
Buddy back. Or is he still hurt?
I think he's still hurt because he went in that jabroni ring in Australia.
Mm-hmm. He had to, though. That was hometown.
True.
Or home country.
Was it his hometown though? I can't.
I don't think so. I think it was just home country.
So yeah,
Close
everybody
enough.
is saying, "Oh, which they were going on about how they could get to Orton and Aldis for Mania." But see, it's not just you; it's me too.
So
But
I feel better.
And if they would have done this a month ago, it'd be perfect.
Right.
But you can't do it 6 days before WrestleMania. Well, in this case, 1 day before WrestleMania. If they pull the trigger, it's going to be on Friday. WrestleMania
Right.
is Saturday. And they can't. I mean, and I get it. Orton got hurt, or Owens got hurt, so they kind of had to scramble a little bit to fill that match in. But and again, we don't know 100% sure that it's Alistair. That's just what the rumors are saying.
We're not talking AEW, Sean.
No. And also, that's only yeah.
That's not been that long ago.
I thought she had been on AEW since. I don't know. I don't watch
Yeah.
AEW. I don't watch
I
Dynamite.
know you don't.
I quit Dynamite when Tony got dropped on his head,
Yep.
which is coming up on a year ago.
Is it really?
Yeah.
That's crazy. Okay, now what?
All right. Well, let's talk.
We haven't talked Raw or SmackDown from last.
We haven't talked Raw or SmackDown.
You're on SmackDown duty because
I'm
I
trying to
don't
remember
always
what
get to
happened on
watch
Smack-
SmackDown.
I'm trying to remember what happened on SmackDown.
Come on,
Stacey, did
share
we watch
some.
SmackDown? No.
Okay, so neither one of us watched SmackDown. So if you didn't see what happened on SmackDown,
I do
Sorry.
know that Charlotte beat the piss out of Tiffany.
oh yeah.
Nice.
And I think I can call a few matches already from what we saw last night.
Mm-hmm.
But I'll save that for Thursday.
We'll save that for Thursday. We'll save that for Face Show. Okay.
Yeah.
Stop it.
Yeah, save that for Paige Show. Yeah, shout out to the guys over at Mad Bash though.
Yes. We had the.
So let's talk Raw. Let's go to Raw.
Let's go Raw because there's a lot to chew on from Raw last night.
There was Bailey and Liv.
Mm-hmm. Really
There
good.
was Gunther made poo poo face last night.
He made. We talk about boo boo job face.
Mm-hmm.
That was angry job face.
That was angry job face. So yeah, Chelsea Green lost via countout. Oh yeah, she had that match tonight.
But she kept
on
her
NXT.
title as president of the United
yeah.
States.
She kept her title. Did I say she kept?
You
She
kept.
Thursday, Sean. Thursday.
Yes. Thursday, same time as at 6:00 p.m. Thursday.
6:00. Yep.
Yes. It'll be fun.
Okay, so Bailey and Liv
Liv.
was really good.
Mm-hmm. It's like I was saying before Heather jumped in. I like that some of that star power from Bailey is making its way onto Lyra a little bit, kind of giving her a little bit something more.
Yeah, and I think she needs it.
I should give credit. Stacey said that last night too. But I agree.
Let's keep our fingers crossed. So
Yes. They announced some more matches for Mania. I guess New Day and War Machine are going to have a tag match on Mania night 1, I think it is.
I meant to write those all down because they were saying what was going to be on each night.
Okay, if she's going to lose by countout, why make it non-title? I'm sorry. It's just...
Nah. Okay, Mindy, focus. New Day and War Machine. That's happening. I believe it's on Saturday. I think
so.
it's on Saturday.
But it will not be on a Viking ship, though.
I know Jay and Gunther is Saturday.
Right.
But we called that from the get-go.
Pretty much. I did like last night that they didn't have an actual in-ring confrontation with the 3 girls in the title match.
Oh, they didn't, did they?
They don't need to have Rhea and Bianca sunning Io a third week in a row.
That's true.
Why did Liv have to lose to make it seem like Bayley and Lyra have a shot to win the tag titles on WrestleMania?
Exactly. That's the only reason. Because
And Liv is Teflon at this point.
Yeah, there's nothing they can do to Liv that's going to change what she is right now.
No. We had, let's see, Penta and what did Penta do last night?
Wasn't he with Dom and Finn? It was Penta, Dom, and Finn, and then Braun came out, and
I think it was Penta and Finn, yeah, one-on-one.
The Penta and Finn?
Yeah. Braun didn't spear Carlito out of his boots this time like last week.
Damn it.
Which,
that spear was
slow motion of that?
Oh, it's so pretty. He's like in air for like 3 seconds. It's great.
Scotty put that over on social media last week. He said it wasn't a spear, it was a missile.
Yeah.
Not wrong.
Not wrong. Not
if
wrong
Scott
at
Steiner
all.
says something, I'm going to say, yes, sir.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Let's get into the main event segment, Minderz. Roman comes out with Paul.
Man, Roman came out with Paul chasing.
Yes. Well, that's, yeah. Paul was getting booed. Did you notice that? When Roman was talking about how Paul turned his back on him.
Yep. Oh, who was it Gunther last night. Sorry, I'm gonna jump back to the beginning again. When Gunther kept getting booed and then yeeted. And he was like, I don't care what you people think. Blah, blah, blah. I was like, oh boy, here we go. Here we go. Anyway, yes, back to Paul and Roman.
Paul. Something I've noticed about Paul, when he gets knocked down, he doesn't take a bump so much as he rolls.
Right?
he's somewhat roly-poly. Nothing wrong with it. But
and then Seth comes out.
Were those weren't Jinkos, but they sure looked like it.
Yeah.
And he had his leather shield attire.
I noticed that.
And then we get Punk.
Well, yeah, but you have to tell the story properly because Seth actually attacks, or however
Roman
that
attacks
works.
Seth.
Roman attacks Seth.
They're
fighting.
Roman said Paul made his choice and he made his, and then he popped Seth in the face.
Right.
And then he pushed Paul down.
Right. When he pushed Paul down, then that pissed off Punk.
Right.
So then Punk came running out to save Paul.
Mm-hmm.
That didn't work out very well.
No, he got speared out of his shoes.
He sure did.
Then
and then he
Rollins stomped Roman.
No, he stomped Punk too.
Both of them.
Yep. And then Seth hit Roman with a chair again.
Yes, that's right. That's kind of his go-to with Roman. Just whack him in the back with a chair.
At least he hit it the right way. I mean, if it works, it works.
It looked better than some people using the chair this weekend.
That's tomorrow night. That's tomorrow night, Reb.
I gotta remember to be nice tomorrow night.
You gotta be nice.
I've gotta be nice because you didn't watch it.
You're right.
Maybe I'll see if Jeremy Hamilton wants to come on.
Hold on, I'll ask him. Wait, no, we got Kendall tomorrow.
We got Kendall tomorrow. Mr. Broadway, Kendall Fire.
Yeah.
Hey,
he was on
his kid was a hoot, wasn't he?
I love his kid. His kid's my little buddy. Go figure.
He's your little buddy.
I know. I end up being the babysitter most of the time.
So something I noticed last night, Minderz, when Seth was talking to Roman and Paul was behind Roman, did you see the look on Paul's face while Seth was talking?
Mm-hmm.
I think
we're the only ones that notice little
Easter eggs like that.
Little Easter eggs like that.
Yeah.
Like they're telling you what's going to happen if you just pay attention.
Mm-hmm. He's gotta use your eyes and you gotta use your ears.
Mm-hmm. And you gotta watch the main action that's happening, but watch everything else at the same time.
Mm-hmm. got to watch what the other hand's doing, so to speak.
Right.
By the way, also credit to Jey Uso for not wearing those stupid Yeet sunglasses. He just had regular shades on last night.
Did he have regular shades on
Yeah.
last night? Oh.
So they can take him a little more seriously.
Maybe a little bit.
So yeah, so that was.
You already know how this weekend's gonna go, so, so Saturday's gonna be fun.
Yeah. But we'll eat good.
We will eat good. We will eat good. Ah, crap. That reminds me. I got to go to the grocery store. All right. Okay. So, yeah, that pretty much sums it up. If you want more of Mania talk, that will be Thursday.
Yes. And we'll get into everything on Thursday.
He gave me homework.
I did, because we're going to do fun stuff.
We are.
Hey, Minderz, we have more countries, by the way.
Do we?
We do.
Where now?
Okay, so we got our usual. We got the U.S., obviously.
Mm-hmm.
The United Kingdom.
Mm-hmm.
Brazil, which is a new one.
Nice. Ooh, I wonder if it's that podcast that Adolfo was on. Because remember Adolfo?
Oh,
no,
maybe.
that was Chile. That was Chile. Never mind, that was Chile. That he was talking about the people that came to visit from South America. Yep.
Let's see. Canada, which we've had.
Mm-hmm.
Poland.
That's kind of new.
Yeah. Singapore. Make great canes there.
Ask the Sandman.
Mm-hmm. Hong Kong, which is a new one.
Okay.
Latvia.
Okay.
We have the United Arab Emirates.
Okay.
Maybe some sponsorship opportunities there. I'm just saying. Australia.
Yes, Sean. Yes.
Spain.
Nice.
Lithuania.
Nice. Well, we've had that one for a while.
We had Ukraine for a while. Lithuania's a new one.
Oh, Lithuania's a new one. Okay.
France, we've had. Honduras is new.
Okay, can some of these people I really want to see people wearing the I'm a Minderz guy, I'm a Minderz girl, I'm a Minderz person.
Or just JTR gear in general.
Yeah, we just want to see a picture of some of these, like in these other countries. It would be
the
awesome.
Numbers in all these countries are small, but it's growing. Yeah, then we got UK, Ukraine, Russia, Netherlands, Mexico, Italy, and India rounds out the list there. So.
Okay, India, I might have a little something to do with.
Okay.
I have friends, actually, that I hadn't talked to in a really long time, so I was telling them about the podcast.
Yeah. 2 provinces in Canada now. We were just in Ontario. But now we got Quebec now.
Nice.
So bonjour to our Quebecois listeners.
Glad you speak French.
I don't. I know very little French, but I try not to be disrespectful. So yeah,
right, what else?
We're global, Minderz.
We are global.
We got Mr. International coming on next week, so something we can. That
reminds me, I need to watch some of his stuff on Facebook, or not on Facebook, on YouTube, because he's doing travels, like where he did the travels with like Jack and Aaron when they all went over.
We're trying to figure out if he's in all the countries that are watching the podcast or listening.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Minderz, let's get into Stand and Deliver. Then after that, we have to get into our usual business. But we have 5 matches announced for the show on Saturday, the 19th. And where is the show going to be coming from? I'm seeing
it's in Vegas, but it's at like the hotel or whatever that they're.
It's at the T-Mobile Arena in Paradise, Nevada. So not on the strip or like in town.
Oh, I thought they were going to be in town. Okay. That's not that far, though. It's not that far from where
everything.
They're at.
Las Vegas is not a big town. What?
Las Vegas is not a big town. Have you walked from one end of the strip to the other?
I have not. I'm talking, speaking generally compared to like a Chicago or a.
Oh, that's true.
LA.
But yep, you walk everywhere.
Conan O'Brien once joked when he saw all the lights, like,
oh, add another one to Stand and Deliver.
Don't step on my Conan anecdote. But he said
Okay.
when he saw all the lights, he said that when the aliens land on planet Earth, they're going to think this is where our leader lives.
Go for it. It's probably somebody there with a little bit more sense.
Oh, looks like, well, I guess we'll start with this then because it just got added. Ethan Page versus Ricky Saints, North American Championship.
Oh, we got to pick winners, don't we?
We are picking winners here, Minderz. I don't think Ricky drops it this early.
I don't either. But you know what? Just to be different, I'll go with Ethan. But I don't think he's going to win.
It's a win-win. I like both those guys.
Yeah. But I'm like you. I don't think.
I like how Ethan called Ricky Saints an outsider.
Right? Really?
What? A few months before?
Yeah. What? Because you've been here 5 months instead of 1? Okay.
He's been here for 2 cups of coffee as opposed to Ricky's 1.
Exactly.
So that means Ethan won the fatal 4-way match tonight to determine number 1 contendership.
Who all was in that?
Sean?
Okay.
Oh, I'm sorry. No, it was.
I thought you meant Sean Spears.
No. It was Ethan Page, Wesley, Eddie Thorpe, and Lexus King.
Oh, yeah, because that was that terrible promo that got cut last week.
Yes.
Turn your light down, please.
Oh, yeah. It unplugged, so I plugged it back in. It didn't. Oh, whoops.
Yeah, turn it back down because you're shining like crazy. There you go. That looks better. Your head was really reflecting. Nope. Go back. There. Leave it there. Or not.
Nope.
Yeah! I can't wait for you to see that one.
Oh. Just waiting for Chris Cooper to see that one.
Yeah. I'll send him a picture.
Yeah. There you go. Anyway, let's get into these other matches here. We have the ladder match for the vacant NXT Women's North American Championship. 2 more entrants determined on the show tonight. But it's Zarya versus Kalani Jordan versus Sol Ruka versus Izzy Dame. She misspelled her name. There should be a Y, not an I at the end of that, but neither here nor there. I don't know if we should make picks if we don't know who the other 2.
Yeah, we don't know who the other 2 are. So why don't we'll table that one. We'll make our pick on JTR Mania.
Okay, that'll work.
We'll table that one.
We'll kick off JTR Mania with that one.
Yep.
All right. Fatal 4-way match for the Women's Championship. Stephanie Vaquer versus Julia versus Jordan Grace versus Jada Parker. Is it wrong that I want Jada to win?
Yes.
I don't think she will.
I'm going Minderz Law.
Okay. So you're going Stephanie?
Although I will say though that if it does change hands, this would be the show that it would change hands. But I don't think it's going to change hands because really Stephanie hasn't had it that long.
No, I think it'll still be Stephanie. I think they're going to build to a match with Stephanie and Julia for like a one-on-one rematch.
See, I'm kind of bummed because I feel like Jordan should be in the ladder match, but
any chance that she will be anyway? Work twice?
I don't think so.
I'm trying to think who else would be like an option for the ladder match.
Well,
Fallon Henley, I would think.
Who were the? Well, hold on, let me see
So it's Zarya, Kalani, Sol Ruka, Izzy Dame.
Right, but who are the other ones that were gonna go tonight?
I think Fallon Henley was one of them. Shotzi, maybe.
Hold on, I'm looking.
You need the thinking music?
No, I don't need to think of music because I just got to find wherever. You can just keep talking and.
Ethan's TNA title match, I believe, is this Friday. I want to say.
Train is facing Lola right now. That's what Sean said.
Okay. Yeah, I think Ethan, he's got the match with Kazarian and Henry on the pay-per-view, I think this Friday. Tatum, not Train. Tatum Paxton.
Tatum. Oh, okay. I know who I want to win that one, but I bet you Tatum wins.
Probably. I think she's going to the TNA show.
Is she?
I think she's actually on Impact this week.
I was looking to see if they actually had
Oh, that's
Preview. Maybe I need a preview. Maybe this will tell me.
okay. Should we move on? While you're
Oh, they
looking?
have the number one contenders for the gauntlet match tonight too. The tag team gauntlet match.
Yes, they will face Axiom and Frazier.
Who do you think it'll be?
Who's in the gauntlet?
It doesn't. Okay. The guys that run around with Wesley,
Oh, yeah. The two big guys.
Hank and Tank. I can't. That's their names. Hank
I
and
know.
Tank.
I like Hank and Tank, but they're kind of silly.
Quarter Catch Crew.
That's what, Kemp and the bald guy?
No, neither one of them are bald.
The guy's got a buzz or something.
Okay, maybe a buzz. That'll work. And then Briggs. Is it Briggs? And
the Japanese guy.
Yeah, that guy. Those
Whose name
two.
I forget. Well, Briggs and the Japanese guy had their shot already.
Well, they're in this though too.
That's what I'm saying. I don't think they'll win the gauntlet match because.
And then I think the two guys from the culling.
Okay. If I had to pick out of this, I think I'm going to go with Wesley's boys to get the title shot.
After watching for the past couple of weeks, you don't think they would try to put it on Hank and Tank? You don't think they try to give them a push? Because they've been building that up to where they've been watching all the tag teams to try to figure out who they are.
Yeah, but they're also baby faces, though. I think you need a heel team.
That's true. Unless we finally get our turn. Unless we finally get our Fraxium turn on each other.
I still think that it's just going to be one of them. It's not going to be both of them going full bush.
But then you could still keep it on a face, is what I'm saying. There's plenty of heel teams. There's not many face teams.
Yeah, I would feel a lot more comfortable making a pick if I know who the team was that was going in. But
right, me too.
Yeah. Same thing with the Ricky Saints is Ethan Page. We already talked about that one. Main event is Obafemi versus Trick Williams versus Javon Evans.
Minderz Law.
I think it's going to be Trick, and here's why. I think
you think Dark Cities.
I think this is when
State.
Downstate's going to come out and they're going to reveal Trick's the leader.
I think so too. But I'm going to go with Minderz Law.
Plus, you love Oba.
I do love Oba.
We both love Oba.
I love Oba.
Oba is the match. Lola must have won the match, so.
Lola won. Good.
I like Lola.
I like Lola
She's
a
awesome.
lot.
She's a badass.
She is badass.
Yeah. So
it didn't tell me what's the other match for it, Sean? Who are the other two ladies? Do we need thinking music for Sean?
Fire it up here.
Turn it off. We made it to the trombones. Turn it off. I hate that music. Yeah, I hate that music so much. Okay, so that's all of them, right? So we just got to make picks in for the tag team and the women's ladder match.
And the women's ladder match, yeah. That's the only two we don't know who's
definitely in it.
Yeah. I like that it's only 5 matches, so it's going to be short.
It'll still be 2 hours, at least.
2 hours is fine, but it's not going to go 3.5 and cut
I was saying it's
going
to be 3.5 Saturday, at least. It all depends on how long the Punk Seth Roman match goes.
That might be the long one.
I'm already calling at least 40 minutes. Just because of
I agree with that.
All the fuckery and everything. I think 40 minutes. You know me, I can usually guess a match's time pretty well. Pretty close.
Well, they're pros. They know what they're doing.
So, okay. Yeah, I'm just going to leave that one alone.
Yeah. Minderz, let's say we move on because we have one more piece of business before we get out of here, which is it's time for our PWI flashback segment here. All right, so it is time for our PWI flashback, and this week, Minders, we're going back 20 years. Well, technically, the July 2005 issue, which press time was right after WrestleMania 21, April 05.
So this will probably be about the time when I quit watching for a while.
Possibly. We have 6 categories. No most popular, no most hated. I know. I like that one too. But
I like the most hated. That one's my fave. That's usually because those are all my favorite guys.
you heart heels.
I do heart heels.
Yes. All right. So let's just get right into our top 10. And remember, this is right after WrestleMania 21. So, number 1, you got Batista.
Okay.
Number 2, Kojima.
Okay.
Cena, number 3.
Ugh. Wait, and he's got the damn spinner belt.
Oh yeah, he debuted that the week after WrestleMania. So, Triple H. That's the most flattering picture I could get of him for this. Looks like he smells something horrible.
He's smelling dookie. Had the Spirit Squad been out earlier?
Dookie. JBL number 5.
I hated that version of JBL.
This is right before he started wearing the American flag jacket.
Ugh.
Okay, I always butcher this fellow's name. Give me a second to make sure I have it right.
Sean should probably go to NXT on this.
I would imagine. You got to break all of her bad habits.
Yep, they got to break all of her bad habits that she learned at AEW.
Takeshi Rikio is this fella.
Don't tell Courtney that name.
No. Oh. Kurt Angle, number 7.
All right.
Jeff Jarrett, number 8.
Okay.
Edge 9.
Cope, Edge, whatever you want to call him.
Yeah, he was only 9 because he hadn't gotten the world title yet, so he was still he just won the Money in the Bank. And then Shelton Benjamin, number 10, who I believe was still Intercontinental Champion at this point.
So there's only 4 that are still wrestling now?
If you count Cena, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Well, I don't.
Yeah. Assuming I don't know if Rikio's retired or not.
Yeah, that was the thing. I didn't know about the Japanese wrestlers.
Well, Kojima still is. He's in MLW.
Okay, so then it's 5.
Oh, darn it! I don't want Spanish. Back to English. Thank you.
It'd be 5 then, because you got Cena, you got Jeff Jarrett, you've got Edge, you've got Shelton.
I'm trying to.
And I guess you could throw JBL in there. He's still throwing clotheslines from hell. So
yeah, he just doesn't wrestle, but he makes quite the impact when he shows up.
Dude, I'm hoping.
Think he's going to clothesline somebody?
Oh, I'm hoping. Preferably Carson Drake.
Takeshi Rikio is retired. I can confirm.
Do you think I could pay Bradshaw to clothesline Drake?
Maybe. Could you pay JBL to come to a glory show and clothesline Marvin?
Oh, don't tease me with a good time.
All right, so that's our top 10 there. Let's get into our tag teams.
We'll see how many of these I still remember. Probably most of them.
Probably.
Los Guerreros. Well, I guess that's not Los Guerreros.
Not Los Guerreros. Nice try.
But
that's
Eddie and Ray.
Then Hiroshi Tanahashi and Shinsuke Nakamura were actually a tag team at this point, Minders.
Wow. Wow, Shinsuke looks...
They both look young there.
They look real young.
Yeah. I got a buddy that one of my coworkers went to New Japan's Windy City Riot show over the weekend, and he got to meet Tanahashi.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. No English, but that's all right.
Of course not.
So he was very nice, though. It's like when I met Liger last year.
Yeah.
Number 3, Tajiri and Regal.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Yeah, it was after Eugene got hurt. They put the tag titles on them because it was Regal and Eugene.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah. Number 4, maybe my favorite team out of this whole group is America's Most Wanted.
I thought that's who that was.
Harrison Storm.
Mm-hmm.
Number 5, I had to piece together this because I couldn't find a picture of them actually as a team, but it's Doug Williams and Too Cold Scorpio from Pro Wrestling
Okay.
Noah. Jamal Umaga on the left here with, I'm sorry, I got it wrong. I got it backwards. The Bastion Brothers are actually number 6, but they're in the middle here.
Oh, okay.
Then it's Jamal and Tayo Kia. Again, awful with pronunciations.
Okay.
Then La Resistance, Robert Conway and Sylvain Grenier, number 8.
Oh boy.
Johnny Jeter and Matt Capitelli from OVW. I think they were the Thrill Seekers. I think was the name of their team. And then the Naturals, number 10.
Matt.
Who I think we're right on the cusp of winning the NWA World Tag Team titles at this point.
Gotcha. Matt.
Yeah. Now, he got a bad break, didn't he?
He really did. He was really good too.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's move on to Raw. And there you see you got Batista up there on top. He's the champ. Then
oh my God.
What?
I just saw a picture.
Oh, the Hunter face?
No, I'm okay with the Hunter face.
Was it Snitsky?
No, actually it wasn't. It was Jericho.
Oh, Jericho. So yeah, here we go. We got Triple H, who was number one contender because he just lost the belt, and they were still going around doing all the pay-per-views. Edge, Shelton, Benoit, and Michaels are your top 5. Then you got Kane, Jericho, Muhammad Hassan, Christian, and Gene Snitsky are the bottom 5 there.
Okay, wait a minute. Let's see. Only one of those guys are going to be at the expo. Just Snitsky.
Yeah. Well, the Christian has been there.
Oh, I know. I got my picture with him.
Yeah.
And I wore my Independent Wrestling Matters.
Yes, because it does.
It does.
All right, let's move on to SmackDown.
Okay.
All right, there you see Cena up on top with the spinner belt.
Ugh.
And that hubcap thing that he wears around his neck. And then top 5, you got JBL number 1, followed by Kurt Angle, The Undertaker, Rey Mysterio, and Orlando Jordan. Which, you forget, Orlando was the U.S. champion at this point.
I forget Orlando Jordan existed, honestly.
He hasn't been doing much these days. Bottom 5 here. Big Show, number 6, fresh off his sumo match with Akibono.
Oh, jeez.
Which, for a sumo match, was pretty fun. Eddie Guerrero, number 7. Booker T, 8. Paul London, number 9. And then Mark Jindrak is at number 10.
Oh, wow. I forgot about him.
Yeah. A lot of people have. I think he's working Lucha these days. I think he's works in Mexico.
Nice.
All right, let's move on to TNA. And there you go, Double J's our champion.
Jeez. Oh, AJ. It's so hard for me to see AJ with short hair. It just messes with me.
Yeah. All right, so here's our list. Number 1 contender is Chris Daniels, X Division champion.
Mm-hmm.
Then we got DDP, AJ Styles, the Alpha Male Monty Brown, and Jeff Hardy. Monty, by the way, maybe my favorite music in the rebooted ECW on Sci-Fi. It's just catchy. It had music you could groove to. If I grooved. Bottom 5. Elix Skipper, Primetime, number 6. The Monster Abyss, number 7. Kevin Nash, number 8. Now, this is Billy Gunn, but he was not Billy Gunn in TNA.
Okay.
When he showed up, he was the Outlaw. That's what they called him, but then they got threatened with legal action from WWF because too close to the New Age Outlaws.
Right.
So he became Kip James, which was when he was teaming up with BG, who was Road Dogg.
Gotcha.
So they became the James Gang. And then number 10, Dustin Rhodes.
Why does Dustin look like Nash's child?
Kind of does. is back when he was the Lone Star, Dustin Rhodes, because he's from Texas.
I know, but why does he look like Nash's kid?
I don't know. He looks kind of like Guy Fieri's kid.
That too.
This finishes Welcome to Flavortown.
Exactly. Messed up. Oh well.
Yeah. All right. Then the last one we got Ring of Honor Minderz. Champs Austin Aries.
Yeah, that looks like him.
Hey, Aries was doing commentary on the Battle Riot show for MLW last week.
Oh, was he?
Yeah.
They hired him to do something?
They hired him to do something. I'm sorry.
Good thing is, he's Austin Aries. Bad thing is, he's Austin Aries.
Pretty much. That's kind of the same thing you say about Logan Paul.
Yeah, kind of.
So number one here, we got Jay Lethal, who was the pure champion at that point.
Look how young he looks.
He was just a baby then. He was like 20.
I say he looks like a baby.
Yeah. Homicide number 2.
He looks young too. Jeez.
James Gibson Minderz, who you know better as Jamie Noble, number 3.
I thought that's who that was.
Yeah. Byron Dragonson, number 4.
Uh-huh.
Alex Shelley, number 5, when he had.
Why does Alex Shelley look like frickin' Joey O'Reilly from UWC?
I kind of see it. with a Jordan Perry twist.
Right? It's terrible.
It's like if Jordan and Joey were like merged into one wrestler.
Right? It's scary.
Brian
like
Kendrick, Spanky, number 6.
Yeah, he's still crazy.
Yeah, he's nuts party too. Jimmy Rave, number 7. Wait, great Jimmy Rave.
Punkers.
Yep, CM Punk, number 8. Samoa Joe, number 9, which it's hard to imagine Joe being that low on this list.
No kidding.
Punk 2, for that matter.
Yeah.
And then,
but when did they start in ROH?
02, 03.
Oh, okay.
Joe had already been champion for 2 years before he dropped the belt to Aries.
Okay.
And Punk had not won the belt yet. He was still a couple months away from that.
Gotcha.
Then number 10, Colt Cabana. Pre-Boom Boom.
Pre-Boom Boom?
He was just classic Colt Cabana. And yeah, so that's our 10. This is maybe my favorite period of Ring of Honor, is that 04, 05 period.
There's a lot of really good people there.
Yeah.
Really good.
And that's even the guys on the undercard. Like, you had like AJ Styles was still coming up, and Daniels, and then you have Whitmer.
AJ was on TNA still.
Yeah, he would do both shows.
Oh, okay.
Him and Daniels both would.
Ah, gotcha.
Eventually, they got to where they had to
Pick
choose. But I think it was like in 07, TNA finally said, hey, you can't do both. So you had to pick. And that's when Aries left TNA to go to Ring of Honor. And then Joe and Homicide quit Ring of Honor to go to TNA full time.
There's going to be a triple threat women's tag match, and the winners get a tag title shot. Okay.
Wait, no. The women's tag match is already Raquel and Liv against Lyra and.
Is NXT bringing up a tag match or a tag belt?
Well, their tag belts got retired.
Because
it was Ronda and Shayna retired the belts when they were tag champs.
I don't know.
We'll have to wait and see.
Yep.
All right. Next week, Minderz, we are going to continue Squared Circle Expo Month. And
I'm so excited.
And we're going to be joined by our buddy. There he is. Jake Ullman.
Mr. International.
Yes.
Oh, that means I have to wear his shirt. I'll wear his shirt.
I was going to wear his shirt today, but I couldn't find it.
I see you're wearing Tracy.
I'm wearing Tracy. Because Tracy's always good.
I'm wearing my I'm Beautifully Broken.
Then the week after next, then we have Jeremiah Plunkett joining us.
I'm
Plunky, as Heather called him.
Plunky.
Are you going to call him Plunky when you see him?
I might. just to pop him. I think I might.
I won't, because then he'd pop me.
Okay, well, he can pop. No, I'll call him Plunky, and then he can pop. Actually, we might be hanging out at his table quite a bit.
Yep, we're going to see our buddies, the X-Bombers.
Hopefully. Did you see they have a show that night now?
Oh, I didn't.
Yeah, guess where it's at?
Indianapolis?
Poor Brothers.
Of course, they're in Champaign when we're going to be in Indianapolis.
I'm so irritated.
Damn it.
I know. We've been wanting to catch one of their shows that's closer to home. And
Mm-hmm.
oh, wait a minute. I'm going to plug them. If you get a chance, I know I think I shared this on the JTR page. If you get a chance, go listen to their new song, He's Bad Bad Man.
Yes, that's Jeremiah Plunkett's entrance music now.
Yes, it is. And if they get 1,000 listens on Spotify, they get...
Match will be on NXT next Tuesday. Fatal Influence, GG, and Tatum in the Metagroups. Okay, but I'm still confused what they're fighting for. Are they reintroducing the tag titles?
They must be reintroducing the tag titles.
Because why not?
Right? We need more belts.
I mean, they got enough girl teams in NXT to warrant it, I suppose. But...
They have enough women in the NXT roster to do that. They really do. Hold on. I was looking for this earlier. But yeah, go listen to He's a Bad Bad Man. Have you listened to it? It's really catchy. I like it.
I haven't had the chance to. I've been meaning to, though.
Well, go do it, because if it gets 1,000 plays in 31 days, they get a music video.
Did you mean to rhyme there?
That's what their thing says.
All right. Sean says if Roxanne can find a partner, she will be in it. Does that mean that she and Cora are on the rocks?
Does that mean Cora's back? Does that mean Cora's gonna that? Nah.
Yeah, I don't know. All right. Well, Minderz, we're coming right up on 2 hours. So what do you say we get out of here? Tomorrow
because we
night,
got lots of shows to do this week.
Tomorrow night, the Independent Wrestling Shootout will be joined, hopefully, by Mr. Broadway, Kendall Fire.
Assuming the weather holds
happen
out.
if it kills us, Minderz.
We are. We're gonna make. Man, listening to him this weekend, talking to him about, he's like, "I'm trying, guys." I'm like, "We know you're trying.
Hey,
we understand.
Shoot jobs are hell, man.
We understand. Shoot jobs are a bitch."
Yeah. So that's what we have coming up tomorrow. Of course, we got JTR Mania on Thursday, 6 p.m. on our JTR Podcast Network YouTube channel. Then on Friday, 9 a.m. on Spotify and Audible, the Extreme Effing Review Podcast. This is our watch along of Living Dangerously 2000 with Dickie Wabash and the Shotgun City Sheriff Clayton Clydesdale Clark.
It's Mindy surrounded by a bunch of testosterone. That's what that is.
Hey, did Kendall's little one say "Bang Bang Bart" at the show?
Yes, he did. I got him to say it.
Did Clayton hear him?
No, he didn't hear him. Well, I assume he didn't. I was videoing, remember? Because I went over to the other side. Oh, they will face the winner of Live in Raquel. Okay. Oh, I see.
Okay, so Liv and Raquel and Billy and Lyra on WrestleMania, then on NXT the following Tuesday, the winner of this match gets. Okay, I got it now.
That makes sense.
Okay.
That makes sense.
Context achieved.
We got you, Sean. We're following now.
We got it. And yeah, so I think that's everything we got coming up. Who knows? Minderz, I may bring my mobile recording devices to WrestleMania Saturday. And take it for a test drive. Maybe do a live watch along.
I got told this weekend that whenever we go to shows, we need to start wearing our microphones.
Who told you this?
Trauma Unit told me this. They want to know what we say, especially when it's their match.
Hey, we put them over in their match.
I know, we put them over like crazy in their matches.
You can't hear eye rolling though on microphones.
And you can't, because
yes. Sean,
how many times do
we got it, buddy? If you see the Liv Raquel,
how many times do we make? Hold on, I gotta scroll up. Where's that?
What?
How many times do we make this face when we're watching?
A few. Or this one.
Yeah, no kidding.
That was my face at the end of the main event at AVW.
Yeah, well, we'll talk about it tomorrow. I kind of want to know how
weekend will be fun. It will indeed. You know what? I was thinking about trying to do a Gold Rush this week, but I don't know if I have the energy.
That one's. I'm not in that one.
No, you're not involved with that one.
That one's somebody else.
I think we're going to hold up on it because we're going to be talking about the NWA Domed Globe 10 pounds of gold. And I kind of want to wait until after the expo in case they have one there.
Nah.
Because if you don't have a whole lot of episodes.
Is that what Jeremiah has right now?
Huh?
What is that? What Jeremiah has? Right? Who has that one right now?
That's Tom Latimer right now.
Oh, so we need to get pictures with him and get it with the belt.
Yes.
Okay.
Everybody
Got
with a belt from the NWA that's there, we need pictures with the belt.
Okay.
Which means you got to take a picture with Carson Drake.
Son of a!
You don't have an I Tolerate Carson Drake shirt, do you?
Nope.
Just Connor.
Just Connor.
Still
We'll
Dreamwave
talk about
champion,
that
by the way.
tomorrow. We'll talk about that tomorrow.
He toppled the mighty Christian Rose in the cage.
I gotta take notes on that one for you tomorrow.
Yes.
And remind me, I have results for you for NVW too.
Ah, nice. And we forgot to talk about Dreamwave last week, or Signal 10
We
last
did.
week.
No, we talked about Signal 10. We didn't. We got to have results. Oh, I need to message them.
We didn't make picks for Dreamwave, but we got results for Dreamwave.
Right.
Okay, I got it. All right. Well, Minderz, I think we covered everything. So what do you say we get out of here?
Let's do that.
Rest up for tomorrow.
Except for tomorrow, because we've got that one we record next week, CC or Extreme Effing Review. So
Yes. All right. Well, thanks everybody for joining us this week. Thanks again to Heather Owens, 3rd year in a row. This is becoming a tradition on JTR.
I love it. I love it.
And thanks everybody for joining us. Enjoy Stand and Deliver on Saturday. Enjoy WrestleMania.
Enjoy WrestleMania. Like I said, we're not done talking about it.
No, we'll get way into the weeds on Thursday. But
way into the weeds.
So until then, from Minderz, this is Reb. Remind y'all, life is hard, work stiff. We'll see you guys next.
Thanks, guys.